our Zoom now. Okay, I am recording. So today we are looking at the baby goats. And not only will I let you see the baby goats, but I'll let you see their moms too. And what I want you to do when we're looking at the babies is I want to practice asking questions. And when you're asking a question, you're going to use words that begin with a question sentence. You're going to use words like what do you do with the baby? You're going to use words like where do the babies sleep? Or when do you go outside and take care of the babies? Or maybe who takes care of the babies? I see my internet's being weird. Or maybe why do you love so much? Or maybe how do you take care of the goat babies? So these are question words.
I don't know my meeting.
Okay, that was really loud. Sorry, I had to mute. Maxie, I had to mute you. That was really loud. Okay, so we're going to ask question words asking me questions about the goats. I want you to get some information, some facts about the goats. So I'm going to call on people to ask me questions, but the first thing I'm going to do is get the babies out so you can see them. I'm only going to get out one at a time though, because they get squirmy. You'll see they get squirmy when I hold them. So I'm only getting out one at a time. And let's see, I'm gonna get out Betty's baby first. She is the youngest baby, and she was just born on Sunday. So let me go get her over here.
You see the baby yet, Mariah? See the baby go yet?
They're coming. They're coming.
There, Betty. So here we go. So this is Betty's baby.
Yeah, so cute.
I know, you're so sweet. Oh, cute.
The little baby. Yeah.
So look, this is how big she is. She's only this big, and she's mostly black.
Oh, I want to hold
a
her.
little white spot on her head. And
she's
she's got little white freckles. Like she's got a little white freckle here.
That's like Junie. Junie's black
on the other side.
Baby
Junie's black, Mariah. There's white spots all over.
Isn't she adorable?
She's got white patches.
She's really sweet too. She's a really good girl. And they're really soft right now. The one thing about babies is they're soft and they actually aren't even very smelly. They're really they almost smell like a brand new baby. Brand new babies have a certain sweet smell. And this baby has a sweet smell. She's so sweet. Isn't she sweet? So I'm going to pick 3 people. If you want to ask me a question about this baby, raise your hand if you have a question. Ask me a question though, using a question word like what, when, who, why, where, how. I want you to try to ask me a question about her. Maybe you're wondering something about her. So raise your hand if you have a question and I'm going to call on you. I didn't bring my sticks today, guys. So you're going to have to ask me a question by raising your hand. So show me your hand if you have a question. I'm going to pick 3 people. So Lily Tinsley, I saw your hand go up. Lily, what did you want to ask a question?
How do the babies get food?
So all these babies right now only drink their mom's milk. The mom has 2 udders under her belly. And so the babies will suck on one of the udders and get goat's milk from their mom. So when they are about a month old is when they start eating hay. Lakin, honey, I'm gonna mute you, okay? It's a little loud in your house, sweetheart. So the babies, when they're about a month old, they start eating hay, which is like grass. But right now they only drink mom's milk. And you actually have to be careful that they don't eat anything else besides mom's milk, like grains and things.
I unmuted.
Betty's trying to get out of the right now.
I unmuted.
So this little one's mom was trying to get out. I'm gonna have goats running all over the barn. So that was a really good question, Lily. I love the question. Let's see who else has another question. Raise your hand if you have a question. I see Lily Elliott now has a question. Lily Elliott, what's your question?
When do they sleep?
So everybody sleeps in this goat barn with their mommies. They always stay with their mommies at night because they need to drink every 2 hours. They drink milk often to get their food. Betty, sorry, Betty is trying to escape right now. That's that's this one's mommy. This one's mommy's trying to escape. So they sleep in these pens. Would you like me to show you where they sleep? I can put this baby down and show you where, because I'm gonna have to put Betty back anyway. She's trying to escape.
Where?
Okay, here, I'm gonna move my computer. Ready? This is Betty with her baby, and they are in this pen inside the barn, and this is where they sleep. So they will sleep in here. Oh, look, the baby's milking off of mom. Can you see her drinking off of mom right now? She must have been hungry. And Betty's a really good mom. She takes really good care of her. So this is the pen where they sleep. And so next to them is Darla and her baby. They're right here in this pen. And next to them is Janet and her baby. So all of them are in here together. And we do let the moms go outside every once in a while too, and we'll leave the babies in here. So that was a good question, Lily. So let's do one more question. One more question. Frankie Frank, I see your hand is up. Frank, what is your question? Say that. Oh, hold on 1 second. I have got to mute one more person. Okay, there we go. Frankie Frank, say that one more time.
Can goats go to space?
Can goats go to space? I don't know. I don't know if they would have an astronaut suit for a goat, because they would need an astronaut suit safe in outer space. And I don't think they make astronaut suits.
That's a
for
good
goats.
question.
Maxie, I gotta keep muting you, honey. I'm out of your house, and it's making it really loud here.
Oh, no. Yeah, grab your ankle, like, uh-oh. Or some
Look at the
sharp-
right when Bruce is, making his rounds again. You don't hear the moving when he's there, because it makes the music. If you don't hear music, it's not him.
All right. I can't let Betty escape, because then she'll try to go outside, and I don't want her to go outside right now. She's trying to escape. So that was a good question, Frank. They cannot go to outer space right now, though. Maybe somebody will make them a goat spacesuit someday.
Cute, that'd be cute. That'd be cute, a ghost spacesuit, Mariah. Huh? Would that be cute?
Betty is really trying hard to get out. All right, that was 3 questions for that baby. Let me get another baby. I'm going to get Darla's baby now. Okay, there we go. I'm going to get Darla's baby now.
Grandma should be right there.
So let me get her. She's right here in the middle. And Darla's baby was the first one born. It's a boy.
You want to see a baby goat? Just saw a black one with white spots.
And this one,
Darla. This is Darla.
this is Darla's baby. This one I think is the most colorful one. And he's squirmy because he's 2 weeks old already. He's kind of big for a baby already. He's already grown quite a bit. Look at him, isn't he cute? Yeah, he has cool colorings. He has brown and black here. He's got a little brown tail. Mostly white, and then he's got a white and black face. And he is so sweet. He is such a sweetheart. This is the goat that was in my house while he was while his mom goes out into the pasture, he comes into my house. But that was because he was alone. Now that the other babies are born, he doesn't have to come into my house anymore. So I need 3 people to ask me a question. Maxie, I gotta mute you, honey. Whatever's going on in your house is so loud.
It's not my house. It's Tata's house.
Okay. Well, as soon as I mute you, Maxie, though, it gets quieter. So it's really loud in your house. The background is really loud. When I ask you, when you want to ask a question, though, you can unmute yourself. Okay, honey? It's hard for me to hear when there's so much noise. So this is the first baby born. Who has a question for me? I need 3 questions. Try to use one of the question words. Make sure you're trying to ask me a question. What, when, where, why, who? Ask me a question. Raise your hand if you have a question. I see Mariah. Mariah has a question. Mariah, what's your question?
Where they eat?
Ooh, what do they eat? So this one is still eating mom's milk too. They love to drink mom's milk. That's the only thing they really should be eating right now. They actually can get sick if they eat anything else besides mom's milk. So, oh, this one's gonna be squirmy for me today. So, they need to make sure they only drink mom's milk because that's what makes them big and strong when they're babies. When they get older, they will start eating grass and hay. That was a good question, Mariah. I need 2 more questions. Who else has a question? Make sure you're raising your hand. Royal, I see you have a question. What's your question? Where do they sleep? So this one sleeps right behind me in this stall right here. They always sleep with their moms. Oh, I see Darla got out. Darla, you gotta go back in. That's the one problem. When I let the babies out, the moms want to come out too. Darla, you gotta go back in. Thank you. Yeah, I locked you in here on purpose. All the mommies are trying to escape. So where they sleep in some straw, we put straw on the ground so it's nice and soft on the ground for them to sleep. And I always clean up after them. I have to pooper scoop just like you do for a dog. I have to pooper scoop for the goats too, so they have a nice clean bed to lay in. Good question, Royal. One more question. Who else has a question? I see Lakin has his hand up. Lakin, what's your question?
Where did you get the babies?
Where do they what?
Where did you get the babies?
Where do they get the babies? So these were born from their mommies. Their mommies had them in their bellies. And just not too long ago, they came right out and I was there for it. So it was really cool to watch them give birth. This, 2 of my girls only had 1 baby, but man, I'll tell you, when Janet had 2 babies come out, that was pretty incredible. And I've never seen that before because last year when they had babies, I didn't get to be a part of it. I was at school one time and then my other goat had babies when we were sleeping. So we didn't even get to see the birth. So this time we got to see them being born. And wow, what an experience it was. It was pretty amazing to watch these babies being born. But right after they're born, the moms have to recover a little bit. So we let them have a little rest. And it's amazing though, these babies, they start jumping around almost right after they're born. So it's pretty awesome, isn't it? We do not have any names for these babies yet though. I don't think we're going to name them. These babies, unfortunately, are not all going to stay with us. They're all going to be sold. We sell the babies. So none of these babies are we keeping, but we do keep them all the way until about June. And then we'll sell them. So we don't get to keep them. We just get to play with them while they're little, and then we'll sell them, and somebody else will get them. Right? All right. Let me go get 2. Actually, I'm gonna get Janet's babies. She has 1 boy and 1 girl. So I'm probably gonna get the boy first. So let me go get him. This one back. I gotta lock up these mommies because they're trying to escape. Darla's baby tries to escape too. So let me lock him up. You cannot come out. All right, now I got Janet's boy. Come here, boo-boo. Come here, little boo-boo. So Janet's boy.
What are you doing?
This is Janet's boy, and he is tiny. He was the second one born when she had babies, and he was super small when he came out. So look at him. This is how little he is. He's just a little itty bitty thing. He's very sweet. It's funny though, he's usually the noisy one. He usually makes lots of noise. Oh yeah, show him how you make some noise. He usually likes to yell at me, don't you? Yeah, he usually yells a lot, but he's not yelling right now, so that's good. You're being a good boy. Yeah, you are. So who has a question for me? Maybe you want to ask about the boy, or maybe you want to ask another question about goats. Raise your hand if you have a question. Sloan, I see you have a question. What did you want to ask, Sloan?
When they get older.
So when they get older, they eat hay. And a lot of times the hay is like grass and leaves. Farmers usually bale up hay bales, and I usually give them what they call a leaf of the hay bale. And it's just this rectangle piece of hay. I can even go get one for you. I'll put this baby down a little bit and I'll go get you a leaf of hay so you can see what it looks like. And it's basically a combination of grass and leaves and other greens that they like to eat. But when we are actually giving them nutritional things, because hay doesn't give them lots of vitamins, so we give them nutritional things, they eat things that are green. I can actually show you right here. I'll get a little handful of them. Here, you can see in the camera, here's the grains that they eat. And it's made, it almost looks like oatmeal, but it has some corn in it and some barley and some oats and millet. And this is what gives them their vitamins every day. They also like to eat these green things. Let me get some. Oops. They're like these little green pellets, and they're called alfalfa pellets. And so this is another thing that they eat when we're feeding them their grains. We mix them up together, and then we feed them 2 times a day. We give them a feed like that. And that's for only the adults. The babies cannot eat that yet. It's too much for the babies to eat. The babies only eat mom's milk. So when they get older, though, they will eat that. Good question, Sloan. All right, let's do another one. Raise your hand if you got another question. Let's see. Maxima, I haven't called on you. Maxie, do you have any questions for me? You got to unmute yourself now so I can hear you, sweetie.
No, you don't have a question right now. Wait.
Can you unmute yourself, Max?
Yeah. Thomas
What question are you?
in here.
Maxie?
I love you, baby goat.
Oh, I love these baby goats too. Aren't they cute? Cute. They're so cute. I do too.
That you're
They're so
gonna ask?
sweet. And they're really soft and fluffy and cuddly.
You're gonna
I
ask
love
again
babies.
where did it
I
come
love
from?
it. Thank you, Max.
Listen.
One more question. Who else has a question? I see Lily Tinsley. What's your question, Lily Tinsley?
Why do the babies and moms have the same fur?
So that's a great question. Babies and moms, they technically have the same fur, and it's a name for the fur. This one with the stripes on the eyes, this is called a buckskin fur. And so that means they're usually dark down here, and then they have, oh goodness, and then they have light around their eyes, and they usually have this white spot on top of their head, and they have brown ears. And they even have these spots on their ears, and this is called a buckskin fur. Now, Darla's baby that was white and black, that one is just called white and black. And it was amazing because the mom and the dad don't really have a lot of white and black. So we were pretty impressed that Darla had that color because her baby doesn't really match her. She's a buckskin goat and Betty's the white and black one. And Darla had a white and black goat. So when it comes down to the babies matching the moms, they don't always exactly match the moms. They're sometimes very similar, but sometimes they come out totally different. Isn't that cool? I love that. So let me go get the baby girl now, and we'll put you back. All right, let's get the baby girl.
All baby goats are sometimes squirmy.
Yeah, they are. They're kind of squirmy.
That's pretty.
So this is his sister. This is the same mommy, and this is the sister. And so she looks a little bit different. She's actually bigger.
Looks like the brother.
I know, don't they look the same? Her white spot isn't as big. Her white spot's a little smaller. And her brown is darker. She has darker brown on her. She's actually not very skinny either. And look she has brown on the back. So you can see her brown is on her back too. And so this is more of the typical buckskin coloring. The boy is a little bit more, not quite as normal of the buckskin coloring. So this is the girl though. She is so sweet too. You're a sweetie pie. Does anybody else have a question they want to ask me? Raise your hand if you have another question for me. Raise your hand. Oh, I see Lily Tinsley again. Lily Tinsley, what did you want to say?
Do sometimes brothers and sisters have the same fur sometimes?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They definitely have the same fur sometimes. Sometimes they can look totally different though too. So it's pretty amazing because sometimes they'll be exactly the same and they'll look like twins where it will be hard to tell them apart. And sometimes they look totally different. Sometimes one will be white and one will be black. So it's pretty amazing though. I love doing this and seeing what the babies come out like, because when Betty had her babies, I was thinking she was going to be black and white, but she's mostly black. And I was surprised that she came out mostly black. So it's pretty cool to see what colors they can come out to be when they're born. Anybody else have a question for me? I see Royal. Royal, do you have your hand up, sweetie? Did you want to ask a question?
We need to go sit and eat, bud.
No, you're good? Okay. Oh, I see Frankie. Frankie, what's your question? Did he ask if they can fly?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I wish they could fly because that would be super cool, but they didn't get born with wings They just have these little spindly legs, and these legs definitely cannot fly. So too bad. You know what's funny? I have ducks that have wings and they can't really fly either. So I would actually like to be able to take this camera outside because my ducks are outside right now. So I'm probably going to do that. Would you like to see the rest of my farm?
Yeah.
Would you be cool with that?
Hey, Mrs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's calling me? Who's just said my name?
Tata.
Was it Maxie? What did you want to say, Max? Oh, is that Xavier? Right. All right, so I'm gonna put this baby down and I'm gonna go outside and see the rest of my farm. I'll let you see where the other babies are because I have other babies that are a year old now almost, and they're in the barn all by themselves right now, which means they probably would like some attention. So I'm gonna put this baby down, lock everybody up. Hold on 1 second, let me lock the door, guys.
I got a bunch of
Everybody locked
stickers.
up. Everybody can escape while I'm gone. Okay, ready? I'm going to take you outside now. Hopefully it's not raining. If it's raining, I won't be able to go outside all the way because I have my laptop today. So hopefully my internet won't get bad when I go outside. So, oh good, it's not raining out here. That's good. Oh, it's sprinkling a little bit. Yeah, so that's my barn behind me. Can you see the barn now? That's my barn. Here are the ducks.
Hello,
I'm gonna
duckies.
say hello.
Hi, duckies.
So Daisy's the white.
Ducky.
The one that's right here is Pat. They do not like me to touch them. They like to get close to me, but they don't want me to touch them. This one's Pat. That one back there is Candy. And this one is Daisy. And Coco's on the other side. She's not in the camera. I have 4 ducks total. So they love this rainy weather. It's their favorite. It's their favorite. So let me show you where the ducks live. I can show you their house. So this is the big barn right here where the babies are in, the baby goats. But if you come over here, this is the duck house. So this is where my ducks live. This is their little house where they used to live, but this is their big house where they live. So they come in here, and inside here is where they lay their eggs. They're mad that I'm at their house right now. They're like, hey, that's my house. So they like to live in here. And see, it's kind of big. It goes all the way back there. They like to lay eggs in here. This is where they eat, and they're all quacky about me being in their house. And this is the food they eat. Oh, looks like they need more food. Maybe that's why they're quacking. Their bowl is empty. They need more food. I'll get them food in a little bit. So let's go over to the other goat barn. This is where the girls stay. Okay. So I'm going in the fence. This is where the girls stay, and there's 2 girls in here. This one is Charlotte with the white on her. Say hi, Charlotte.
What?
Isn't that cute? She's a baby. She's not even a year old yet.
Hi, Charlotte.
Over here is Lola. Lola's kind of scared sometimes, and I think she probably thinks it's weird that I have a computer in here. But this is their house. So they stay in here, and they like to eat hay. Oh, Charlotte wants to see you guys. She's sniffing the computer. She wants to see if she can eat it. My goats like to eat things, so she's probably going to try to eat the computer. So this is where they stay, though. See how they have hay on the wall? So this is what they eat, guys. This is their hay that they eat off of the wall. And I have 2 of them hanging on the wall. There's one over here, too. And then if you go over on this side, this is where they sleep. It's kind of dark in here, but this is their bed. And this is nice and cozy in here for the winter time. In the summertime, we open it up a little bit more. So, because it gets hot in here in the summer. So this is their favorite place to hang out. And they like to hang out inside when it's raining outside. So it's kind of rainy outside today. They don't go outside very much. They do not like the water at all. They do not like the water. So I'm going to go back outside. And now I'm going to go over to the boys' side. Boys and the girls cannot stay together. So the boys have to have their own house. So I have to walk across the yard over here. Well, that's the girls' barn right there. See the barn? That's where the girls stay. And then we walk over this way. Hold on 1 second, sweets. Now the boys are smelly. This is their barn. Here's Wayne. This is the daddy of all the babies right now. He's the daddy. Say hi, daddy. His name is Wayne, and the goat's name is Samson. Samson is actually a baby still. He's not even a year old. Wayne is the daddy of all the babies.
The goat.
Hopefully they'll let me in.
What are
Boys
you
are
doing?
very stinky though. I don't like to hang out with them very much. They kind of smell like pee, which is kind of yucky. But they're very friendly and they love each other very much. But this is the daddy right here. And then Samson is Lola's brother, the little girl that was in the other barn whose name was Lola. This is her brother Samson. And Samson's actually a really big boy. So Wayne is not very big though. This is their house. I'll show you what it looks like. We open the big barn. And so this is where they stay. And this is their hay on the wall. And then this is their bed. There's only 2 of them, so they don't have to have as big of a house. So it's actually pretty cool that they stay in here. They like their house a lot. And they've got this cool little side out over here where they go, they go under here, and then they can stay out of the rain and still have a little spot to hang out next to the barn. So that's one of their favorite spots to sit right there. So, all right, boys, say goodbye. You're smelly. We're not going to hang out with you very long. Smelly boys. They're always so stinky. So let me go back into the baby barn and we can finish our conversation because it's kind of windy out here. So I'm having trouble hearing you because of the wind. So let me lock these boys up. The boys like to try to escape. So I got to make sure they're locked up good. That's their barn right there. And my house is just over here, so it's not too far away from the barns, which is nice. We always have cameras on all the goats so that if anything goes wrong overnight or even during the day, we've had some dogs come on our property before, and we have to be really careful with the dogs because they could hurt our ducks, they could hurt our babies, they could hurt our goats. So we have cameras on all the animals to keep them safe. So, all right, I'm back in the baby barn. Back in the baby barn. How did you like that? Thumbs up. Did you like seeing all the animals and where they live? Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? Should I get out one more baby? Which baby should I bring out to hang out with us while we're finishing our day? Should I get one of the babies? Should I get the white and black one? I think I'm gonna get the white and black one because he's feeding off the mom right now. Of course, I can't open it. You have to have these tied up tight because they try to escape all the time. So here we go. This one is the one that I got to know really well because he was in my house a lot. So he's used to me holding him. So I like to have him around. I like the goats to get used to me holding them because then they get used to humans because they're not used to humans right away. So I try to get them used to humans so that they're okay with us petting them because they get scared. They get scared sometimes. Actually, I'm gonna mute you again, honey. All right. So, all right, Lily Tinsley, I see your hand up. What do you want to say, Lily Tinsley?
Do goats babies last? Do moms and dads last long?
Yeah, so as long as the babies continue to milk off of mom, they will continue to drink their milk for a long time. Those babies that were out in the barn, they were actually still drinking mom's milk when they were getting ready to have these new babies. So they were drinking milk for almost a whole year before these babies were born, which is funny because now they can't drink their milk anymore. There's new babies, so they won't let them drink their milk now. You're getting squirmy. Come here, you. Okay. Maybe I'll get Betty's baby out again because this one is getting squirmy. So I'm gonna go get Betty's baby. Oh, Darla got out anyway. You gotta go in there. All right, let me tie up Darla. I'm gonna go get Betty's baby because Betty's baby was really easy to hold. So let me get her.
My classmate.
Even though Betty tried to escape, I'm gonna get her baby one more time.
There's a cute one.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna mix it.
gonna get the black one. You cutie patootie.
Come on, big boy. Come
There we go.
on.
Hopefully Betty won't escape. So this one I feel like is the easiest to hold. So I'm gonna hold on to her. She's not very squirmy. And she doesn't scream very much either. Does anybody else have a question they would like to ask before we end our Zoom meeting? I see Frank with his hand up. What did you want to say, Frankie?
You already asked Fly. Ask a different question.
Then,
We're gonna ask about this. Look at me. We're gonna.
does he have any teeth yet?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know what? Yes, they have little teeny baby teeth. I wonder if this one will let me show you. Probably not. No, she's like, no, you can't open my mouth. They do have tiny, tiny baby teeth, but they're not all the way grown in yet. So they're not very sharp. They're actually kind of soft right now. So when they're milking off of mom, they're actually not hurting mom when they're sucking on her because it doesn't hurt very much. But yes, they will grow teeth. You know what's funny though? They only have teeth on the bottom, not the top. So they have no teeth up here. They only have teeth down here. So they only have one set of teeth on the very bottom, not on the top. Isn't that funny? Yep. Good question, Frankie. Does anybody else have a question they would like to ask before we're done? I see Lily Elliott. What did you want to say, Lily Elliott?
This is my puppy.
Oh, what's your puppy's name?
Link.
Oh, I love it.
By
What
the
a
way,
sweetie.
I also colored this shirt.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it, Lily. You're quite an artist, my friend. Love it a lot. Thank you for sharing. Maxima, I see your hand in the air, Maxie. Unmute yourself so I can hear you, sweets. Do you see the unmute, honey? There you go. What did you want to say, Maxie?
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, Maxie. I miss you. It sounds like we might be coming back to school on Monday, though, so hopefully I'll be able to see you on Monday. I would love that if we do. Too bad I can't bring my baby goats to school. Wouldn't that be fun? They probably make a terrible mess and poop everywhere, though. And then they'd be sad because they didn't have their mommies for food, so we can't bring them in. Too bad. Thank you, Maxie, though. That made me feel so good. Does anybody else have a question? We have a couple more minutes. Does anybody else have a question? What time is it? Oh, yeah, we're actually 10 minutes over. Lily Tinsley, what did you want to say, honey? Oh, you got to unmute yourself. I can't hear you, honey.
We get to do show and tell.
No, we're not going to do show and tell, sweetie. Today is my show and tell day. I did show and tell today instead. So we're already 10 minutes over our time to be done anyway. So we're not doing a show and tell today. If we have to do any more Zooms though, I will definitely do more show and tells. Okay?
I have to go.
You have to go. That's okay. I have to go too, honey. So don't worry. We're going to say goodbye right now anyway. I love you guys. I hope you have a good day. Say bye to the baby goats. Bye, sweet baby goats. Oh, Betty's escaped. I got to get Betty back in her pen anyway. So I'm going to say bye, guys. I love you. I hope you have a good rest of the day. It looks like my internet might have frozen anyway. Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, bummer internet. Okay, my internet totally froze. All right, guys. Mrs. Heath is gonna say goodbye now anyway. Betty's trying to escape. So I have to go too. Bye-bye, guys. I love you.
Bye, Mrs. Heath.
Bye. See you Monday.
Bye.
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 Bye.